Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Stranger Days, and we are living in definitely stranger days, right? We are living in a time right now where there is a massive, massive, massive panic, a massive fear over the coronavirus. This is something that's coming out of China. Cases are popping up in Los Angeles, in Toronto, in Seattle, where I don't live too far from. But at this point, I'm very happy that I live in the woods and diseases ain't going to find me out here necessarily. But people are out there afraid of the coronavirus, quite frankly, because there are starting to be a very serious death toll from this. Now, 81 people have at least died in China from the new virus, officials dubbed the 2019 novel coronavirus. More than 2,700 others have been infected in more than a dozen countries, including 5 confirmed cases in the United States. More than 60 additional people in the United States are being tested for the disease. And this is something that is freaky because these kind of viruses you figure are going to eventually come in stronger forms. This is a type of virus that is a cousin to SARS. That was a big issue a couple of years ago, and it did kill a lot of people. And so there are going to be a lot of fatalities off of this. And unfortunately, the way the internet tends to work is if there's something of this kind of biblical death or biblical proportion magnitude, we tend to turn to video games for some kind of comfort because what we have here is Plague Inc. Now, I love Plague Inc. I think Plague Inc. is a fantastic game. I've played it for years. I love this damn game. And the reason why this is coming up today is because apparently they have now got a coronavirus add-on for the game, and that is now getting them, I don't want to say in trouble, but it's definitely not helping because they've come out today and they've urged players to avoid Plague Inc. for information on the coronavirus. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Plague Inc., the idea of the game is this: you manufacture a disease, and then your goal is to pick a starting country and then more or less infect the world. And you've got to evolve the disease and adapt the disease to certain environments in order to be able to get to places quickly and then also to spread. And it's very difficult because Madagascar's got one damn port. If you've ever seen the Madagascar meme where there's someone like, oh, somebody coughed in London and it's the prime minister of Madagascar and is like, shut down everything. That's because of Plague Incorporated. It's or Pandemic 2, I should say. Plague Inc. is kind of a take on Pandemic 2. So before you jump my bones over mixing up my games, okay, I've played both. I love both. But Plague Inc. is a lot of fun. And so this is where we find ourselves right now. The video game company is urging players to avoid going to it for information on the virus. Now, the virus is accessible in the game, which is pretty sad. I was also kind of morbid, but here we are. So it says here that the popularity of a video game that teaches players about how diseases spread has grown sharply amid concerns about the spread of the coronavirus. Now, the company is warning people to seek information on the disease from official sources rather than relying on its game. Normally, you wouldn't think that this would have to be a thing. Normally, you wouldn't think that this would be an issue. But this is 2020 and people are dumb. And I kind of feel because we keep expanding our population, they're kind of getting dumber, you know? And so people get information from the easiest possible source. If they're playing a mobile video game that's talking about this disease from a gamification perspective, you figured that they would, that they would not want to do that. But of course, that's not what's happening. So officials have been racing to contain the fast-moving coronavirus as it has spread from the epicenter of the outbreak in Wuhan, China, throughout Asia and across the world. Thousands of cases of the disease have been confirmed, mostly in China, though a fourth case in the United States was confirmed Sunday morning. Saying here that the current coronavirus outbreak is a real situation, which is impacting a huge number of people. Endemic Creations, the maker of a game, said in a statement. We would always recommend players get their information directly from local and global health authorities. Yeah, because they're not WebMD, right? They're not the World Health Organization. That's not what they are. They make a game. They make a very fun and, yes, very challenging game because getting that 100% kill rate is very difficult to do. And I've been very addicted to that game at times for years. The company did link to a page from the World Health Organization for about the virus, but it did say here that they tweeted on January 24th that its website has gone offline due to high levels of gameplay. The company said it often sees a surge in new users amid new disease outbreaks as people try to better understand how diseases operate and spread. Really? See, I'm going to call BS on that one because people like to go spread the virus themselves and see how many people they can kill. let's not do away with the morbid curiosity of man, right? That is part of the human condition. That is part of who we are as people. We like to know if we can create something that's going to kill everybody. I think it's part of our core traits, right? It's like eat, sleep, kill, or no, eat, sleep, sex, kill, right? There's that. I think the kill part, it's been kind of bred out of us, but I mean, how many people do you know going full on rampages in Grand Theft Auto, right? And they're like, I'm just murdering tons of digital individuals because it doesn't mean anything to anyone. Same kind of thing here. Anyway, now the game's creator, James Vaughn, said the company's website and game servers are now back to being fully operational. Well, good to know. It's like the Death Star. Plague Inc. is an app or online video game developed by Endemic Creations where players can become the disease to aim to infect the world by developing new memes of transmission and symptoms. Now, it says here that the company said in a statement that the game was designed to be realistic and informative while not sensationalizing serious real-world issues. However, it pointed out that the game is not a scientific model and should not be relied upon for information about the coronavirus. Here's the thing with that, too. It's not realistic. It's not informative. You can sit there and you mold and you evolve a disease to be airborne, waterborne, transmitted by insects, transmitted by rodents. And then you want to make sure that it can be evolved to survive in different climates, like cold or hot, to infect neutral areas like the US and Canada, North America, parts of Europe, and how it spreads. That's what you do while you're trying to work against the World Health Organization, who are crafting a cure. And that's the game. That's the challenge. At no point is the game realistic, right? It's not realistic at all. I love the game, but this is not realism. This is not informative. It's fun, and that's fine. It's fun, and that's okay. But I do think that the concept there is pretty stupid. I think that their explanation is kind of dumb, because they're saying, oh, we're meant to be realistic and informative, but don't come to us for any kind of actual medical advice. Okay, Dr. Oz, appreciate it. Look, we know that this is the map of where things are stemming out from the Wuhan province in China. I hope everyone who has been impacted can get the help that they need, that they're able to find a cure. And a lot of people are going to be playing this on Plague Inc. And just kind of reminds me that I probably need to go re-download it again because I got downtime on the toilet and I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. Anyway, look, I can criticize it, but I still want to play the damn thing. That being said, I'm curious to know about your thoughts and your opinions. If you made it this far in the video, do me a solid and type coronavirus in the comment section because I want to make sure that YouTube will in no way monetize this video. And while you're at it, please
turn off that pesky ad block.
That's right. Turn off that pesky ad block because I still got to hustle. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you for watching and peace out.